Hey, good morning, YouTube family. How y'all doing out there? I'm back again. And I'm going to be here every day because we got stuff to talk about. I am a firm believer I am not the only one. And I also believe in a support system. So if you like my comment, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm trying to grow, but not just grow. I feel like it's therapeutic for me to talk about what I've been going through in my home. So I appreciate you guys just stopping by. I appreciate you just listening. And I was in my previous videos are talking about my son who he and I are at odds. And I don't even know if the relationship will ever be repairable. Well, actually it would be once he finds God. If he can get God, that's the only way I will talk to him, because at this point he's been so disrespectful to me. He's been so ugly to me that I don't want to hear him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to be around him. I don't need his energy sucking the energy. I don't need his soul sucking energy around me. It's been rough. So I got a question. How many of you out here that has ever dealt with a narcissist has found yourself in the mode of avoidance? Now, this is my house, and what I mean by that is yesterday I cooked dinner, and my first mind was, I'm gonna cook dinner and I'm just gonna make sure that it's enough for me and my daughter. And if he so happens to come home, it'll be put up because I can't see him eating my food that I pay for, cook and prepare. I couldn't see him eating my food when he told me he has no respect for me. When he told me that I'm the reason why my other son is dead. I'm like, well, if you don't love me, don't care about me, don't respect me, I'm such a terrible parent, there's no reason for you to eat the food that I buy or cook. But no, that was the devil talking. That was the devil talking. So I said, what I'm going to do is do my part while he's here. I'm not going to stoop down to his level and be petty and all this type of stuff, because I'm going to treat him well. I'm going to treat him well right on out that door. So you can't say that I was abusive to you. You can't say that I was immature and childlike and hateful and vengeful like you are. So I prepared the food, and I was prepared that if he came home, we wasn't going to talk. I was sitting on a couch watching TV, watching my movie Bad Boys, as a matter of fact. But there was this uneasiness in my heart and in my spirit. And this is what I'm trying to say. When somebody is a narcissist and they manipulate you to try to flip things around in their favor and have you second guessing yourself and questioning yourself and, am I doing the right thing, or did I do something wrong, and all of this, and then you go back and you communicate with them or try to, and it's shot down, it's met with deflection and the finger pointing and I didn't do anything wrong to you and all of that. It just makes for an uncomfortable environment. And that's what I have in my house. So as I was sitting there on the couch watching my movie, my son was at the son that I'm speaking of was at work. And usually I know that he comes home around between 8 and 9. So I started to notice that I was watching the clock and kind of getting more anxious as that time was growing near, because I knew that I didn't want to be bothered with him. It's not normal for me to not speak to people and all of that, but to feel that when you come in this house, I have nothing to say to you, but there's just this intense level of tension. It made me uncomfortable to the point where I had my candle lit. I was watching my movie. I was enjoying myself. And then as that time was kind of growing near for him to be for his anticipated arrival home, I found myself just wanting to go run and hide in my room just to get away from him, just so that I wouldn't be in his presence. Mind you, this is my house. As my coping mechanism to avoid conflict, I decided to shut everything down, blow the candle out, come up here to my room, and basically just be within myself so that I could be behind a closed door and wouldn't have to see his face. This is the energy that he's sucking out of me. And that's a shame to even feel like that, to feel a heaviness at the mere thought of a person coming into your house. Their presence creates a heaviness, an uneasiness, anxiety for you. That's because I'm living with a narcissist. Because I know that there is no getting through. I know that there is no accountability. I know that there is no conversation to be had. You can't talk to a brick wall. You can't talk to a person that feels like they've never done nothing wrong. Y'all, I have lost sleep over this. I've cried over this. I'm done crying though. I'm done with that. But I have though. Because I really can't believe the state of the relationship between myself and my son. After my oldest son got killed on July 26, 2024, and my second son was, Mom, I know we have things wrong in our relationship and I really want us to do better. I thought that losing one would bring the last two closer. Now, there's no relationship issues with me and my daughter at all. And she's getting ready to be 18 on January 31st. But we are close. But my son that's living here, the son that I'm in the process of evicting out of my home, I thought that I didn't think that all the relationship issues would be fixed following his brother's death. But what I did think is that we would be able to talk and put the small, trivial BS aside. Stop going in circles about who did what to whom. Just communicate so that we can resolve it, grow, and get better. You don't know what to fix unless you are honest about it. You don't know what to fix unless you put it all on the table. And that's the type of person I am. We can sit down, we can put it all on the table. Because I have no quarrels with saying I did that. And I'm sorry. When you can say I'm sorry, when you can take accountability, and when you can move forward to fix things with people that you love, that's big of you. That's real big in God's eyes too. So I'm sitting here yesterday and I really was enjoying myself. I had dropped my daughter off at work, so I got the house to myself. I made some Alfredo, some chicken. I had lit a candle. I'm watching Bad Boys. I almost poured me a drink, but I didn't. But I was enjoying myself. And then the time started winding down, and I just got this overwhelming sense of, I guess you would say, anxiety. Like, I don't even want to see this person. So I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to cancel my nice evening. And I'm going to just go up to my room behind closed doors where I won't have to see him when he comes in. That's deep. To feel that way, to feel that you got to go into hiding in your own home because you don't want to deal with your own child, your narcissistic child, the victim. Okay? the victim. He's always the victim. No matter what it is, he's the victim. Y'all, I'm just saying, I cannot wait for this heaviness to be lifted from my household. I can't wait to restore peace to my household. And my daughter, she understands fully what's going on. And she's at a point where that's her brother, but she like, you're disrespecting my mom. So I don't really have no conversation for you either. That's deep. Now, the unfortunate thing is relationships is fallout from not just me, it's fallout from her too. And I'm not trying to gain a pity party parade. I'm not trying to say that because of what he and I are going through, that she shouldn't have a relationship with her brother. But what I am saying is he won't be welcome here. But she 18 and he 21. So, if they wanted to have a sister-brother date, he can come and pick her up. They can go eat lunch, all of that. But just leave me out of it, because I have nothing to say to a child that will look me dead in my face and tell me that I have zero respect for you. And whenever, if I should ever have a child, my child will be well taken care of, and I won't be a parent like you, and all of that. Now, I know y'all don't know me from a can of paint, but one thing I can say is I took care of my kids. It was hard. It was me and my three stooges is what I used to call them, because my oldest son is gone. But me and my three stooges. I took care of my kids and I did what I had to do, but he has somehow been able to, in his mind, minimize every effort and every sacrifice that I ever made as a parent. And that's what a narcissist does. They will minimize every effort. They will minimize every good thing that you've ever done, and they will hyper focus on the one or two or whatever, however many bad things you've done. Nothing that you do is ever good enough or was ever good enough. And everything that you have done wrong is magnified. It doesn't matter about the fact that you laid your life down, or you got up and went to work every day. You did what you had to do every day. None of that matters in the mind of a narcissist once they've made up their mind that they are the victim. And it's energy sucking. And it's like, ugh. Just get away from me. Get away from me. Get out of my life. Get away from me. Until you find God. Until you are ready to repent. Until you can see fault within yourself. Get away from me. So parents, let me know if any of y'all out there are going through what I'm going through or something similar. And it doesn't have to be a child. I'm talking to people who have been victims of narcissists, okay? It doesn't matter what the relationship is. I'm here to talk, to share my pain. This is my truth. This is my life. I'm sharing it. I'm being vulnerable with you guys because I know I'm not alone. And number two, I want y'all to see the journey of where I am today and where I'm going to be after I get him up out of my house. I already know that I'm going to feel 10 times lighter. And that's so sad to say about your own child. But even your own child, your own family can hurt you. Nobody can hurt me like my kids can hurt me. I'm good at cutting people off. I'm good at leaving that stuff at the door. But for my kids, I always have a soft spot. I always want to fix it and salvage whatever relationship we have. And even if I'm wrong, I'm definitely going to say I'm wrong and apologize and try to fix it. But even when I'm not wrong, I'm big enough to want to hear them out and see where they're coming from. So maybe because maybe I didn't realize I did something wrong. But that's not good enough for a narcissist. No, that's not good enough. So y'all follow me, subscribe. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I will respond. I'm We just here to have a conversation. Have you been through what I've been through? Are you going through what I'm going through? Have you ever had to evict a child? And how was that experience? I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Take care.